Hey, good morning, my friends, and welcome to Surfside, California. Man, is it blowing down here? A good 20 knots. I'm hiding behind a big mound of sand, and hopefully you'll be able to hear me. You may get some gusts, and it may become inaudible at times, but I'm trying to brave the elements for you here this lovely Wednesday morning. What a great night last night, the 70th anniversary of the Chalangers Angling Club. Man, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed meeting all the guys. Really a wonderful group of anglers, great Americans, people trying to make the world a better place. And it was indeed an honor for me to be the guest speaker for the 70th anniversary. Thank you all so very much for coming out. Big crowd last night and a lot of fun. I deeply appreciate it. Some good long range fishing going on. The Mexico bite is still hot and heavy. We'll be coming to you live tonight with Danny Cadota and Pete Demers, the longtime excellent trainer of the LA Kings. Man, he's got a lot of great fish stories, and we can talk some hockey tonight also. And of course, we've got so much more. You know what time it is, everybody. It is time for the morning briefing. So good. Hey, let's get this going because, man, I'm telling you, it is breezy down here offshore. It is blowing really, really hard. And as you can see the mist getting blown off the top of those waves. Pretty darn good stuff. A lot of surfers down here this morning, so they're not afraid of it. They're going to get out there and give it a try. All right, let's start you out. Down across the border, where down there in Cabo San Lucas, continued good stripe marlin fishing going down, sprinkling of Dorado. Sean Morgan, he used to run boats out of here for decades. He's down there on the Wild in Sac and having a really good time. And of course, our friend Marcus Fain, who we feature here many, many times. He's such a nice guy, catches a lot of bass. He's a great bass fisherman. He's headed down to Cabo with his wife, and we wish them all the very, very best. Moving you up, or, I guess so, moving you up about 500, 600, 700 miles down the coast where the long range boys are still catching some big yellowfin tuna. Check out the Red Rooster 3's latest catch. Really nice fishing going on some big, great yellowfin tuna. Not every day. They don't get them every day, but it's pretty steady. And there's also some wahoo kicked in there. If you want to focus on that, you have that also as an opportunity available to you. Also, as we move you up, we'll take you 140 miles south of the border, and that takes us to the lovely town of San Quintin. And off there you have San Martin Island, and along the coast you have several pinnacles and rocks that you can fish. Still some good yellowtail action on the yo-yo iron. Fish the heavier line. You want 50, 60 pound when you're yo-yo. And remember, you drop that jig deep, wind on it fast, never rear back to set the hook. You don't want to do that. You just grind down. And that's how you set the hook and have some fun. And also copious amounts of colorful and delicious rockfish beckon you in San Quintin. And the drive down there is really nice. I haven't been down that far here in the last month or so. All this rain may have the road with potholes that normally occurs, but I'm not sure on that. I'll be checking. I'll be down that way here on Monday, so I'll be checking into that for you all. All right, and as we get you up there to Ensenada, wow, what a great trip out of Blackfin Sport Fishing, located out there in Punta Banda. Man, I'll tell you, Victor and the guys and the folks that fished out of there just had fabulous bottom fishing with whitefish and reds and sheep's head, so much more. They really had some great fishing going. Down off Santo Tomas fishing the Soledad Bank, really fun fishing, great action down there in that neck of the woods. Our friend Arnie Man, check out those fish, nice fish there. He's also fishing around the Ensenada area and doing quite well. Arnie Man on Facebook, that's how you can book with him. And man, I'll tell you, you can't beat driving across the border, having such great food, meeting such great people, and of course, Baja hospitality is second to none. It's really fantastic. All right, so now San Diego-based boats, many of those guys on the weekends headed down to Punta Colonette. That's 120 miles down below the border, where we're finding some really excellent barred perch fishing. I have to mention it on the beach. Man, it is really good. My sand is starting to cave in on me here. The other day, I got swamped by a wave. Maybe today it's going to be a landfall. We'll see. It's starting to blow even harder down here. So really good perch fishing, but offshore, the San Diego based boats that go down there are catching lots of rockfish, doing quite well on that. They are just all over the rockfish, and there has been yo-yo iron, yellowtail in that neck of the woods. San Diego based boats really have rockfish available to them all season long because rock fishing has closed in Southern California. As many as you know, it will reopen on April the 1st. But San Diego based boats just go across the border. In fact, the premier out of H&M Landing, Monday through Friday, are running extended 3/4 day trips, let's call it. They go across the border, fish rockfish, and there you can catch all the rock. Well, you have subject to Mexican limits, but you can catch rockfish, so that is available to you. Up here in this neck of the woods, once you get out there, it's okay. It should be all right. Hopefully we'll continue to pick away at the bass on the local boats. That has been the situation here recently. From San Diego up to Marina del Rey, some pretty good bass fishing. Sand bass, calico bass, not bad at all. You're fishing structured during the winter time, so those fish are living in their little caves or holes or shipwrecks or pinnacles, and they are adept at biting your bait and running right back in there, and you don't have a chance. So fish 40 pound. We love Opsin fluorocarbon. It's abrasion resistant and it gets bit better. So www.opsinusa.com and put in FA, Friedman Adventures, FA at checkout. You'll get a love note from owner Greg Brown as well as a free gift. Keep that in mind, and that's the way to get bit. Now, sometimes you'll have to drop down to the lighter stuff, but in either case, you might drop down to 25 or something like that. In either case, pull hard when you get bit. You've got to get them away from that structure. 2-ounce torpedo sinker, 2-ounce sliding egg sinker, or a 2-ounce torpedo if you prefer to dropper loop. And also a lead head works really well in that kind of fishing. So Bluefin tuna the other day, Mike Morrison was here on our live show. So many of you loved Mike as I do. He is funny. He's got such a great sense of humor, and he just lets it fly. Mike told us that he knew of a guy, or a couple guys in a skiff, who caught bluefin tuna pretty close to home here a couple of days ago. So those BFT are still around, and I have no doubt they're probably on Tanner and Cortez Bank. Just difficult to get out into that neck of the woods with the weather that we have been experiencing. So it is blowing down here. Let me tell you, it is quite windy, and that means I got to get back up into the house. It's not as cold as it has been. I'm down here in my shorts and bare feet, and it's been 39, 41 degrees like that. So today it feels more like, it's a balmy 50 degrees down here at the beach. Don't forget tonight, Danny Cadota, Pete Demers. That's going to be such a great show. And of course, we'll be keeping you up to date on everything else. Smash that like button. We deeply appreciate that. Subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. And so many of you have been sharing our videos and our fishing adventures and so much more. I deeply appreciate that. Tuesday, I'll be live from Ensenada, Baja, California Norte. That should be a lot of fun. All right, apologize for the wind if it has had anything to do with the audio, but not much I could do about that. I thought about going and doing the report in my car, but my feelings would get hurt when Scott Buchert started picking on me, so I decided against it. Plus, I wanted you to see what the ocean looked like here. Don't forget, whale watching opportunities. It's great whale season. It's a great way to spend time with the wife and the kids. You can get out there and have a really great time. Only 6 people on the Judith Ann. It's your own private little whale watch trip, $600. I don't know how you can beat it. The boat goes 25 knots. You're on the whales and the dolphin. Before you know it, having a great time. You can take the wife and the kids out and show them how you go fishing and what you do also. Just explain it to them. You're not going to fish for gray whales. Take my word for it. All right, everybody, have a great morning. It is so good to be with you. I'll see you tonight. Well, actually, Danny and Pete will see you, but I'll be there. And I can't thank you enough for all you do for Friedman Adventures. Have a great morning, my friends. Take care and stay careful out in all this wind. Man, my mic fell. That was not nice. Let me do that again. Wind blew it right off. Have a great day. I hope to see you really, really soon. Calico bass ate this dead, stepped on bait over and over again. I thought they were discriminating feeders. Black struggles to get this big yellow to the surface, and then Mark Sonoda has his hands full. Big Cortez Bank yellow.
Yeah, buddy! You gotta love it, man! Fish! Yeah! Woo! Rudder!
Captain John Glacken, also known as Rudder. Man, did I miss that laugh.
Vertical jig is basically just keeping your jig straight up and down.
Yeah.
With these rods, they help you pull on fish a little bit better. Just kind of a lot of fish this year doing this on the pump. Got the acid wrap rods.
Yep.
Helps line go through a little bit better. I also got my line marked every 100 feet on my reel, so I know how deep to put the jig and where to work the water column.
Check out this unusual creature that washed up in front of Louis Prieto's house in Ensenada, Baja, California Norte. Dr. Gwen Goodman-Lowe from California State University at Long Beach says it's either a dwarf or pygmy sperm whale. Hard to tell from the angle. Extremely rare for these waters and rarely seen at sea. Most of what knowledge we have about these creatures comes from specimens that have washed ashore. Captain Sean Morgan has a nice striped marlin in the dark down in San Jose del Cabo. The fish tries to run under the boat. Smart fish. Morgan punches the boat ahead, and the fish reappears. But it is a really smart fish and tries to head back under again.